Hey, y'all.
Welcome.
This is the one and only Respected Angle Show with your hosts,
AJ is live.
And AJ.
Well, normally I'll be pretty much starting off, but
I wanted to be Mixed Big Mouth today.
With respect to Women's Month, she's the boss of the show this month, so what can I do? What can I say? She's the boss. What?
The boss still giving me a hard time over here. I'm getting y'all.
It is what it is. Well, today we're going to be having a discussion about...
Very brief. We don't want to keep you guys for too long.
Word.
And it's been a long day. So.
Yeah, it has been a long day, actually. I'm a musician myself. I've been playing the drums all day. She's a worship leader. So, yeah, it's a very exhausting day today. Very, very exhausting day. But nonetheless, we had to make sure and be up on the platform today because we did promise you guys that every Saturday we were going to make ourselves available.
See, now he lying to y'all because we done said Wednesday, we done said Monday, now we done said Saturday. We don't know what day. We'll just come to you live once a week. That's about it. We never know how it goes week by week.
It'll be twice a week, though. Maybe 3 times for the week.
You
gotta
okay.
pop up.
Because sometimes he'll do it by himself, guys. It's okay. Don't worry. Not in a, sometimes you do, like, when you're on the road and you give them, like, little updates and stuff like that.
Yeah, that I will be doing, too, as well. I will be doing that, too.
Sometimes, you see me, you see him, you see us both. Whatever.
Sometimes she'll pop up.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But on today, we do have a sponsor. Let's just get this out the way, too, one time. Because we do have a sponsor. We do have I told you guys we're going to be having commercial breaks, sponsor breaks, and all that. Turn that up. We're going to be having commercial breaks, sponsor breaks, and at the end of the day, we do have our first sponsor of the show. And, if you guys want to, the second sponsor, because the first sponsor is James Empire Express. That's the first one. That's, what I'm wearing right here. I'm wearing the t-shirt. James Empire Express, charter transportation for everywhere you need to go. You can definitely...
Yes, y'all. Yes. I mean, we've been trying to promote this for the longest.
That's true.
And I'm gonna have to talk about us black folk because we don't have to support.
True.
However, James Empire Express is one of my hubby's businesses. Well, we have two, and he is the CEO, Mr. Main Man himself of the company. And we do buses and trips, party bus, whatever y'all need, anywhere y'all want to go, Donny Park, Six Flags, wherever, hit us up.
If you need a ride, you can definitely call me. But then I gotta get that commercial going and stuff like that for James.
We gotta put that up.
Sure.
We gonna get that rolling because we do want you guys to know about the business. Of course, that's terrible of us never to mention that. Well, yes, we do have a transportation company for any of you guys who would like to go anywhere you want to go.
And then we have our second sponsor. This person, he's a very, very, very thriving entrepreneur. Black people have to support each other. You got to support each other's business at the end of the day. And he approached me the other day and he said, "Yo, I seen your show the other day, man. I like your show. So I want to put up my commercial," because he has this commercial that's going all over the social media. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't seen it, he has definitely furnished us with his commercial. He's a paid supporter at the end of the day. And, we just want to highlight exactly what he has going on. So, without further ado, before we get into our topic, which is a very interesting topic, by the way, we're just going to run his ad, first ad.
Take it away.
Hey, yo, ladies, you don't know whenever you need a taxi, just ring up Swaggy Transportation. Yo, this is about representing Swaggy Transportation. You don't know, ring up the man. Hurry up. Oh, yeah? Bang, motor da. Swagga, gonna be the galley. Whoop, tell it, coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Now, call the Uber. Call the DJ now. Swaggy, coming to ya. Yeah, he coming to ya, to ya, to ya. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the taxi everywhere. Swagger, the girl them want your number. Tell them come over when them need a lover to pull up the cooler now. Swaggy want that location. He need that location. What's up that location? Swaggy in your location. Call the Uber. Call your DJ now. Swaggy coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Call the Uber. Call the Uber now. I am coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber. Hey yo, ladies.
Hey y'all, this is the Respective Angle Show coming to you live with my hosts.
AJ is live, the one, the only, of course.
And I'm your co-host, AJ.
And in light of Women's Month, I found it fit that, she takes the lead today and, she does what she has to do. I find for the whole month, she just takes the lead for the rest of the month because it is Women's Month at the end of the day. So, yeah, so for the Spotify.
A year, because it should be, we go through a lot.
Yeah, I know. That's true. For all the Spotify listeners and iHeart listeners, there's a technical glitch when it came down to the stream on Facebook. So if you guys heard us say this already, we're saying it again because we're going live on Facebook as well. So, that's what's pretty much going on. On today, we're going to be discussing one brief topic, and it's not going to take us long. We will not be before you long at all, because it's a very exhausting day. I'm a musician, she's a worship leader, and we had a really, really, really anointed worship service today. So with all that being said, we kind of tired, y'all. So we're just going to run through this as quick as possible and try to get this out the way. Yes. We did promise that we will be meeting you guys once a week, very soon to be 3 times a week, 2 times a week, between 2 and 3 times a week, as we get more and more content being pushed out on the platform. Don't forget to log on to the respectiveangleshow.com, where you can leave your comments, your suggestions, and things of that nature. Whatever you want to do, explore around the website, see what you like, do what you have to do. If you want to donate, we have our donate section right there to the right side. But as I said, explore the respectiveangleshow.com and, leave your suggestions and do what you got to do over there. And, also, we're definitely starting with our sponsors. We're definitely going to start with our sponsors. I feel like we should get that out the way. We're going to be having our sponsors moving forward from this is the first day that we're actually doing this. And moving forward from this day on, we're going to be having more and more sponsors that's going to be doing their advertisements, doing their ads on the show. So from today, moving forward, we're going to be having that going on. As well as, I might as well start it off with my company, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm actually branding today, which I'm wearing today.
James Empire Express Corp.
That's correct. This is James Empire Express Corp. I also have my bus transportation business where, you guys can also hit me up for bus trips and stuff like that, trips to Six Flags, as the COVID restrictions are going to be easing off, as people get more vaccines, them shots in their arms, and everything starts to regulate, things are going to be starting to open back again. There's going to be amusement parks opening.
I think those are opening pretty soon, and I believe April. Right,
the movie theaters are opening again and stuff like that. So you want to have some privatized transportation where you're sitting in the closest lap of luxury as much as possible. You can definitely hit us up at James Empire Express on our Facebook, soon to be JamesEmpireExpress.com, but that site is under construction right now, so you won't be able to reach on to that, but it is coming very, very soon. The next thing is we have another young entrepreneur, because here at the Respective Angle Show, we're all about uplifting and empowering and educating our black African American community.
See,
but at the end of it all, with all that being said, we're about also promoting each other, promoting our black entrepreneurs, and with that, we have another sponsor other than James Empire Express. We have a young entrepreneur, as I said, and his company is Swaggy's Transportation. And with that company, if you have any parties that you want to have in a party bus, an actual party bus with LED lights and the system and stuff like that, if you have your weddings and things of that nature that you want to go to, and you want to arrive in style and the full regalia, you can definitely contact Swaggy's Transportation. He actually has an advertisement that he's going to be having right here that we're going to get out of the way, like I said. So without further ado, let's get out your way right now, because after that, we're going to be going straight to our main topic, and then we're going to be out of here until another day, probably tomorrow. Wednesday.
Yeah.
So we're going to go cut to one of our sponsors, our second sponsor, and then we're going to go right into the topic.
Hey, yo, ladies, you don't know whenever you need a taxi, just ring up Swaggy Transportation. Yo, this is Mother representing Swaggy Transportation. You don't know, ring up the man. Hurry up. Oh, yeah? Bang, motor da. Swagga gonna make the galley. Whoop tele, whoop tele, whoop tele. That's it. Yeah, whoop tele, whoop tele. Ring up Swaggy, tell the galley. That man, call the Uber now. Swaggy coming to ya now. Call the Uber, call the DJ now. Swaggy coming to ya. Yeah, he coming to ya. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. What's your number? Tell them come over when them need a lover to pull up the cooler now. Swaggy want that location. He need that location. What's up that location? Swaggy in your location. Call the Uber. Call your DJ now. Swaggy coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Call the Uber. Call the Uber now. I am coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Uber, Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber, Uber, Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber, Uber, Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber, Uber, Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Ring, ring, ring up me Sally. 545-9170. 654, baby, please call me. Ring, ring, ring up me Sally. What's your location? Send me that location. What's up that location? Now give me your location. Call the Uber. Call the Uber now. I am coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Sherry, call the Uber. Call the Uber now. I am coming to ya. Coming to ya now. Uber, Uber everywhere.
And we are back.
I was jamming over there.
I'm about to say, what's wrong with you over there?
I was jamming.
Yeah,
Sorry, in the days.
Looked like he was in the party.
Yeah. It was that the song is catchy.
Really? Uber, Uber, Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Call this one, come on.
I'm about to start shaking like the girl in the video. Lord.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But yes, that is one of our advertisers and one of our supporters. And you can definitely, get your ads on here. Get your ads on the Respective Angle show. And the Respective Angle show, like I said, the Rome wasn't built in a day.
No.
It wasn't built in a day. But trust me, with time, we're definitely going to be everywhere. The Respective Angle show is going to be everywhere. So you will want to take advantage of the startup and, invest in the startup. Invest in the entrepreneurship that's actually taking place right over here.
So we know who's shooting with us in the gym.
Yeah. We have one so far, so hopefully we make it to 10 by next year. And,
multiply and multiply and multiply.
Yeah, each one supports each other, and then, we'll make it somewhere. So, going with our topic today. Well, there has been an audio been released today. An audio tape has been released today. I think either yesterday or today. And it involves Kirk Franklin and his eldest son that he had when he was such a young teenager.
I was about to say, you know the age, because I showed it.
Yeah, his eldest son is 33.
Well, he's 33, so how old is Kirk Franklin?
50. Probably 40 something.
Oh, okay. Listen, when he was a teeny bopper, he made a baby, and that's his estranged son, and he put out a recording of his father cussing him stank.
So we're going to play the recording right now, and we're going to tell you what we think
after it's
finished.
dare you. I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old. I did it. He just hung up the phone.
Sure did.
I have an oldest son named Kirk Franklin. In May, he'll be 33. For many years, we have had a toxic relationship with him as a family. We've tried for many years through counseling, through therapy, to try to rectify this private family matter. Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper. And I said words that are not appropriate. And I am sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father that during that conversation, I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording. I'm not perfect. I'm a human and I'm going to make mistakes and I'm trying to get it right. Please keep me and my family.
And your pride.
Well. You want to start off? Since it's Women's Month. Ladies first.
I respect him putting out an apology video after, but my first thing is, and I was, as I spoke to you on it earlier, the son put out the video, but we don't know what transpired.
Yo, that's crazy.
Prior to him actually just putting out that small recording of the video.
True.
Now, if you're going to put out a video because he don't want to put the whole thing out because it's embarrassing and all this stuff like that, or did you not want to put the video out fully because you could have been a part of the nonsense and maybe you started it or maybe you came off wrong and that's what made him come off at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different angles to that I think people should, view. So like I said, I commend him for apologizing, but then again, do we really have to apologize? Because sometimes these kids will push you. They push you to cuss them.
That's true.
So bad, it's not even funny. And then it's like, that's a son that, he's not close to, and you don't know their relationship and how things flow, how he was in his life and stuff like that. So I guess when they have conversation, a lot of past comes up, and it that makes them bump heads, and they probably end up just cursing each other out. And I guess because he is Kirk Franklin and he's in the world of God,
cursing each other out. First of all, they are not friends to be cursing each other out back and forth. Number one, here's my thing. Here's my take on this. It's very simple. It doesn't matter exactly what it is that you went through with your father. Your father is still your father. What did the Bible say at the end of the day about your father and your mother?
Honor your mother and your father.
That days may be long, right?
That's right.
It doesn't matter whatever took place, whatever he went through. The fact is that his father is still in his life. He was collecting them child support checks because Kirk Franklin it hasn't been reported to be someone or a father that has been a deadbeat dad. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's been paying along the way into his eldest child. Although everything that glitters ain't gold, you get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's still in his life and playing a pivotal part in his life at the end of the day. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I feel. So
now see, we don't know the role that he plays in his life. There's some sort of
respect that has to be there based on the fact that he knows who his father is. He knows his father, and that's what I'm saying.
I look at that from a little, I know my mother and my father, yeah. But I guess there's kids that don't know their father, and you're not going to come around after a period of time.
It was never after a period of time. With Kirk Franklin and Carry-On, it was never after a period of time. He's been actually involved with him. You get what I'm saying? He's actually been involved, maybe not directly around him, but involved in such as the part as paying child support and paying into. No, what I'm saying is, due to the being who Kirk Franklin is, he didn't have to do that, but he still did it, and he's involved in his in his son's life in some kind of way. It doesn't have to be the way that you would expect, but he's involved in some kind of way. So, what I'm saying is, the respect has to be there nonetheless, because he knows of his father. He knows who his father is. I wouldn't encourage anyone because of the fact that your father wasn't in your life for a period of time. We don't know exactly what happened for him to not be in his life for a period of time. But my thing is for him to honor and respect nonetheless, because if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't even exist. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's put God first. If it wasn't for God.
All right. God sent the man came out of the man at the end of the day. All right, that's covered. So what I'm saying is, he wouldn't even exist had it not been Kirk Franklin or anybody else. He wouldn't exist. So that's the reason why the honor and the respect has to be there. It has to be there, regardless of what the conversation was about. And then the next thing is, these children nowadays in this generation, well, he's 33, so I can't say in this generation because he's right there, 3 years my senior,
Mm-hmm. Him and I are the same age. Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
well,
there's
almost.
There's a sort of entitlement. There's a sense of entitlement. You get what I'm saying? Growing up as a spoiled child because you got it all. You received everything that you wanted because you asked for it. You get what I'm saying? And as you said, you don't know the substance of the conversation. I don't know the substance of the conversation. But what I am saying is, this boy's wrong for actually publicizing this kind of content.
That just means he had something in his craw for a minute.
Yeah, but
he's been feeling some type of way about the relationship between his father and himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he felt like, I'm going to put this out there. I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't expose my mother or my father in that type of manner.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a private situation right there. Now that the whole world knows about this, it actually puts a stain on the man's name because he's a public figure at the end of the day. He's someone that's important. He's someone of a certain stature, especially in the gospel community. He's actually one of the gatekeepers of the gospel community. You get what I'm saying? So
people like to tarnish your name because they feel some type of way
even
about something that you might have done. Yeah.
Right.
People feel some type of way about certain things that you might. Like I said, we don't know for sure how he grew up, how things were. The money is, for me, I wouldn't accept money as a way or a thought of you being there or in my life, because that doesn't make up for you actually being there. But I wouldn't do I wouldn't do that. That's a little.
Me myself, I wouldn't do that. Although I know my father.
Yeah.
Even if it was
I said rest his soul.
Your father.
Yeah, my father.
Right. Although I know who my father is, regardless of what we go through and how upset he gets, I'm not going to put him out there on Front Street because that's a private family matter. You understand what I'm saying?
He was trying to be vindictive.
Yeah, that was a very vindictive.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
That's why I said I felt like he was hurt, and a lot of past issues that they have as family is coming out. And maybe he felt some type of way about something that might have happened, or the constant back and forth. Mm-hmm. So he was like, you know what? Let me just put him out there. Or, like you said, because he's a public figure, he's probably trying to tarnish his name. But I wouldn't do that. I don't think I would even, and I would hope that people are not so shocked by the fact that Kirk Franklin cursed. Like, please don't. I would hope that people wouldn't be that naive to think that not because you're in this church where sometimes you come out of that. I'm not going to say that because your mom is like an angel. She doesn't curse at all. So no, you don't have to curse to get your point across. But sometimes, people take you to a different level. And again, we don't know the relationship, so maybe it takes you to a level of, expressing yourself. And he expressed himself the way he needed to express himself, and unfortunately, his son blasted him.
Well, nonetheless, it happened how it happened. There's no taking that back at the end of the day. Like I said, it happened already. It's leaked, the audio's out there, and the only thing that Kirk Franklin could do is what he did. He came out and apologized because it wasn't something that was his personality or a personality that the world knows at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? So, for that, he had to apologize. But for me, you see, the way I phrased his apology wasn't to his son. His apology was to the public for acting out the way how he acted out, not knowing that he was being recorded. So at the end of the day, it was an apology to the general public.
Yeah, pretty much.
It wasn't an apology to his son because, when he doesn't apologize, the fact that he didn't apologize to his son, it meant that he meant what he said.
Yeah. Maybe not in the way that he said it, but he meant exactly what he said.
He brought him to that edge. And you know how people, your children know you.
Yeah, they know what to say.
Your children know what to say to get what they have to get out of you. Or if they want to get you pissed off too much to a point, they know how to catch you. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing I believe happened to this man. He riled him up, he tuned him up, and said, you know what? This was a planned thing, I think it was a planned thing. Deep down in my spirit, I think it was a planned thing. Like, he tuned him up and was like, you know what? I'm going to get him mad. I'm going to get him angry. I'm going to show the world who Kirk Franklin could really be if I get him to that such and such a level. You get what I'm saying? So, these things happen. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Especially for us parents who we go through these things with our children, and our children know us so much that they know how to get us upset. You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Let's hope, let's pray that, the Franklin family can bounce back from this and they can work out their issues and they can actually,
Well, I see that his daughter or sister, either side, she had a clap back as well, and she, I believe she was speaking up and saying, you want to put things out there, we can put things out there, but I don't think they should go that far into family.
Yeah, I mean
business.
That kind of extent
boat.
is just like unneeded. It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's not needed really and truly. And like I said, all we can do as as bystanders are seeing this altercation going on social media, all we can do is just hope and pray. We can just keep Kirk Franklin and his family in our prayers, and hope that there is a resolve and there's a light at the end of this tunnel when it comes down to this situation.
We with you, Kirk. We with you.
So let's just hope and pray. Let's keep him in our prayers, guys. This is as much as I could say about this situation right here. Like I said, I didn't want to really elaborate on this situation too much. It was a very simple situation that, it can happen to anyone. Yeah. At the end of the day, it can happen to any parent. It's just so happened that it happened to someone of so much significance that, that it's all over the place. Everybody picked up this audio leak.
Yeah,
it's everywhere. People. It's everywhere because of the person that Kirk Franklin is, the significance that his name holds, the weight that his name holds in the media world. Yeah. So let's just hope there's nothing that comes of this, but nothing but good, and nothing else that's negative, because it's already a negative thing that's going on. I advise you children out there, don't take this as an example. Don't take what happened here as an example to say you're going to do the same thing to your parents. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land, on the earth.
That's right.
And you have to take an account for that at the end of the day. When it's your turn to answer to God, you have to take account for that. God is watching you. Don't forget that.
Yeah. Disappointing, young Kirk. Disappointing.
First the eldest son, and that's the example that he sets. So he's trying to say, when you get upset with your parents, put them out there on Front Street.
That's not a good thing. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that he did that to him, but I'm guessing that, like I said, I mean, a lot of kids don't do that in the first place, but, you know, if you want to embarrass your parents or, you know, like I said, tarnish their name, I don't know for what I mean, I don't know what could have, like I said, we don't know what happened or what went on, so I'm guessing that he's trying to bring him down on another level.
Well, however way, nonetheless, it is what it is. Like I said, we can only pray for him and his family and hope that, you know, this situation turns around in another direction.
Yeah.
Not the direction that it's going right now, because the only way it can go at this point, if it's going that same direction, is worse. But let's hope and pray that it turns around, that God turns it around
For good.
For good. And that's our thoughts here at the Respective Angle Show. So, as I keep telling you guys all over and over again, yes, we are on Spotify. We are on iHeartRadio. We're gonna be on Apple Podcasts. I have like 2 things to do on Apple Podcasts. We're gonna be on Amazon Music, which is kind of strange to me. I was like, Amazon Music. I didn't even know that.
About to say, we singing or something?
No, we're not singing. Our podcast is going to be on Amazon Music as well. It's going to be on iHeartRadio, as I said earlier, just a while ago, and Spotify. So the easiest thing for you to do is just type in the Respective Angle Show on Spotify, and you'll you'll hear this podcast on Spotify, and you hear all our future podcasts and streams on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts, and Google Music, and Amazon Music.
We everywhere.
Everywhere. I told you guys that's where we're gonna be.
Look us up.
Don't
You
forget.
can see us, hear us.
Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Like and follow. Like this video on Facebook. Follow us, the Respective Angle Show, on Facebook. And, you know, like this video. Share the video. For sure.
Yeah.
What you got to say? In your closing remarks for you women, Women's Month.
Oh, my. I don't have too many just women empowerment, you know, continue to uplift each other, continue to love on one another. No hating, ladies, you know, we good with that, but, you know, continue to be lifters and uplifters with each other and stop bringing each other down.
Lifters and not leaders.
Yeah, let's, you know, support one another, businesses, anything that we do, anything that, you know, let's just be sisters in Christ. And that's about it. I don't have too much to say about the women's, you know. We bear our children. I ain't going into all of that. This has been our show.
This has been the Respective Angle Show. And we're just going to run this advertisement one more time before we get out of here. And then, you know, well, you're not going to see us after that.
So, yeah, y'all be safe, be blessed. This is the starting of a new week.
And don't forget, before we go, one thing. COVID-19 still does exist. I know it's getting warm outside. Guys, don't play yourself. Don't play yourselves. Put on the mask, the double mask, until you get your vaccine. And then even then, after you get your vaccine, I think we're
still supposed to wear a mask.
We're told that we're still supposed to wear masks and stuff like that until there's a major portion of the population that has been vaccinated. You know, we don't want to go backward at this point. We want to keep going forward. Forward is the way to go. You know, we're almost out of this thing here. So I would advise you and encourage you guys to keep doing the safe things. Keep the 6 feet distance. Don't have no massive parties and stuff like that. Not because it's getting warm. People are going to get stupid. Be smart. And until the proper people tell us that it's time for us to, you know, go back to the norm, or, you know, go back to the way how life was, or, you know,
I guess it'll never be the same, but
it ain't gonna be the same, but, you know, somewhere close to the normal
we can have
that
some
we
type
know.
of normalcy.
Yeah. Then, you know, when they say and they advise us that we can actually take off the masks now and stuff like that, let's not follow Texas. Texas is just doing things prematurely. Don't look at Texas and be persuaded that, you know, yeah, Texas uplift their mask mandate and stuff like that. Nah. Be smart. Be very intelligent. Keep your social distancing. Your 6 feet. Make sure you wear a mask everywhere you go, in the stores, in the taxi cab, in public transportation, and stuff like that. So just make sure and keep safe. Keep very safe. It's not the time to play star boy or star girl. Don't walk around maskless. Don't have no large public gatherings. That's what I advise you to do.
You know, people are not listening to that part. It's supposed to be summertime. They're
Don't
about to
worry.
get crazy.
That's why I'm reiterating it again.
They're going to have...
Don't have any mass public gatherings for now. I know it's going to fall upon deaf ears for some, but some people are going to hear it. They're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. If they've been watching the news lately and they've been seeing the numbers, it's steadily a little bit increasing again. You want to know why? Because we had a couple of warm days, and then everybody wanted to congregate with each other all together and huddle up and be in one accord, be in one unison place and stuff like that. It's not going to work. The only way this works moving forward is if we continue with the restrictions that we were put up with, or we were given, and, you know, when it's time, when it's the right time, everything happens in its own in its season, in the new season. So at the end of the day, the season for that is not right now. I know we want to make it, we want it to be that way, but it's not that way currently right now. It's what it is people have to get vaccinated, and that's what it is. The major part of the population has to be vaccinated before any of this can happen. Before you can be in a large congregation with each other. So just follow the rules, follow the guidelines for right now until it's time to go back to what we know as somewhat normal. And other than that, I would like to say, respect yourself first, because you can't respect other people unless you don't respect yourself. Respect yourself, and then the rest will follow. Then respect others. Most importantly, make sure you respect God.
Amen.
Make sure you respect God. And with that, have a wonderful week. And we will be back popping up on another day. You'll definitely be, might not be actually. We might not tell you, but we'll definitely be popping up. All right? So, we're out. Respect yourself and one another.
Respectfully.
This has been your host, AJ is Live, alongside
AJ.
We're outie.
Hey, yo, ladies, you don't know whenever you need a taxi, just ring up Swaggy Transportation. Yo, this is mother representing Swaggy Transportation. You don't know, ring up the man. Hurry up. Oh, yeah? Bang, motor da. Swagga gonna be the gal. Whoop tele, whoop tele, whoop tele. Now say, whoop tele, whoop tele. Whoop tele, whoop tele, whoop tele. Ring up Swaggy. Tell the gal, Batman, call the Uber now. Swaggy coming to ya now. Call the Uber, call the DJ now. Swaggy coming to ya. Yeah, he coming to ya. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. Take the taxi everywhere. Swagga, the girl them, what's your number? Tell them come over when them need a What's up that location? Swaggy in your location. Call the Uber. Call your DJ now. Swaggy coming to ya. Coming to ya now.